what's up? This is Cortney Warner from Project Nerd, and today I am super excited to do a movie review on Eat Wheaties, this new movie coming out, and it's going to drop on April 30th. So, without further ado, here we go. All right. Eat Wheaties is a 2020 indie film written and directed by Scott Abramovitch, and is guaranteed to be the sleeper hit of 2021 you didn't know you needed until now. For context, back in 2003, the novel The Locklear Letters, which is a farcical look at celebrity worship through the eyes of Sid Straw, is the well-meaning, albeit socially awkward protagonist. In the novel, Sid makes a heavy attempt to rekindle a connection with former acquaintance Heather Locklear through a series of letters. Due to his persistence, all of his efforts cost him everything he's known and held dear up until that point. Flash forward to BC, before COVID. Sorry, Jesus, where the Locklear Letters became a true Hollywood success story and was optioned for a film adaptation, which brings us to where we are today. Change the title, sub Elizabeth Banks for Heather Locklear, and assemble a cast that will have you saying, whoa, that's so-and-so? I had no idea they were in this. The film, much like the novel, follows Sid Straw, played to perfection by Tony Hale. Sid, on the surface, seems pretty content with his relatively mundane life, but longs for a deeper connection. He thinks his life is changing for the better when he becomes co-chair for his 25th college reunion at Penn State. After being instructed to have some sort of social media presence, he becomes infatuated with Facebook. He stumbles across an old classmate, Elizabeth Banks, and begins to write to her on her fan page. Each post revealing more about him, his struggles and hopes, and the time together they had at Penn. Unbeknownst to Sid, all these posts are public, and that is the catalyst into his demise and ultimately into his self-discovery and getting a new lease on life.
Who's Sid Straw?
He says he's a close acquaintance of Elizabeth Banks.
There is no such thing. He's writing crazy posts on Elizabeth Banks' fan page.
They went viral.
What does that mean?
It means a lot of people saw it.
Eat Wheaties is a sweet, independent film that seems to be reminiscent of a bygone era in that genre. It evokes a nostalgia for a time you may not have experienced, or you may not even be that far away from. Being both modern and timeless, it could have come out in 2006 as easily as it does in 2021. The irreverent and cringeworthy humor is akin to The American Office's earlier seasons, with the biggest laughs being found in the cadence and the under-the-breath lines. No doubt a product of the roster of comedic actors and their skill sets being utilized. Tony Hale carries the movie with absolute grace and finesse. The role of Sid Straw feels familiar as a typical Tony Hale character, but he's given a chance to show depth beyond the lovable doormat roles he's become famous for. The movie may not have worked that well, or at all, if it wasn't for Hale's tightrope act of not going too far one way or the other on the scale of creepy, sad, desperate, or just plain unbelievable.
I feel bad because I brought you to a place that I feel comfortable with on our first date.
First dates are always weird.
My pets just sweat when I'm nervous.
Feel my hands.
Oh, your hands are sweaty.
The supporting cast pulls no punches either. Alicia Cuthbert is another standout as Sid's sister-in-law, who continues to hold a grudge against him, playing opposite David Walton as Sid's adoring older brother.
You could yell at him all you want, much like his wife Janet does.
He pushes my buttons.
I idolized him.
When you say it like that, it makes me feel bad for him.
Rounding out the main supporting cast includes Lamorne Morris, Sarah Chalk, Robbie Amell, Danielle Brooks, and Paul Walter Hauser, all of whom shine. With an 86-minute runtime, the movie has a lot to unpack and tie up during the duration of the film. The first act meanders some and feels a little long, which unfortunately makes the second and third acts feel a little more rushed than they should. But given everything good about Eat Wheaties, these are easy to overlook. It should also be noted that this is Abramovich's debut as director and screenwriter, which is truly impressive, and he has a product he should be very proud of. Eat Wheaties is a walking contradiction of melancholy optimism that only makes sense when seen performed through Tony Hale's thoughtful, sad eyes. It's absolutely charming, and its purposefully awkward cadence and sweet nature that carries a delicate balance. Truly, it wasn't about Elizabeth Banks at all, but it was about Sid taking stock in his life and gaining confidence. In the end, Isn't that kind of an ideal celebrity encounter?
This is not about Elizabeth Banks. This is about me, confident about who I am and what I've become.
I like your optimism.
And that's it, guys. That's the review. Thanks for sticking around and watching it. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. And go check out the movie Eat Wheaties, out April 30th. Also, make sure to follow and subscribe to the channel. And make sure you keep up with everything Project Nerd. Check us out at www.project-nerd.com. I'm Cortney Warner. Thanks so much.